Hello everyone, this is Jessica. First and foremost, please excuse my voice. I am getting over a cold, so my voice is a little raspy, but I'll try to, sound as clear as possible. Today what I will be doing for you guys, I'll show you how I do my brows. There is no set way on how to do your brows. It's really to each his own. Everybody's brows are different, but brows are very important because they do shape your face. It's like a picture frame. You can have a gorgeous picture and put it on the wall, but with no frame, it doesn't really look as good as it could. Same thing with your face and your brows. With me, like I said, I'm going to show you how I do my brows. It's no specific way, no right or wrong way. Everybody's face shape is different. I prefer my brows, this is the finished brow, I prefer my brows kind of thin. I've always liked them that way. Some ladies prefer their brows thicker, longer, shorter, rounder. It's really up to you there. Like I said, there is no set way on how to do your brows, but it's very important that they are taken care of and that they are manicured. I really don't recommend waxing the brows as well. I get my brows tweezed. I actually tweeze them myself. I really don't recommend waxing because waxing really pulls at the skin. Your lid skin around your whole entire eye area is really sensitive. And over time, it can stretch, lose its elasticity. So you really want to, be very gentle when you're, getting your brows actually manicured by someone else if you don't do it by yourself. Some people have now started doing the eye threading. That's a good thing too. That, really beautiful brows. People that get their brows threaded as well. But I'll go ahead and get started. With me, like I said, this one is finished here. I just have my brows regularly filled in, and I put some concealer at the top and at the bottom and at the top. On the lid, I don't have anything on the lid. It's just regular skin. This just shows you here, with a little brow work, hey, I can go out if I want to. But I'm going to start off. I use a pencil. I use M.A.C spiked brow pencil. It's like kind of like a brownish color, little dark but not black. I recommend this for people that have, naturally dark brows like myself. This is just my brow here with nothing on it at all. Looks kind of creepy, I know. Don't break your computer screen. But this is my brow with nothing on it, just a regular brow. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'm just going to take my M.A.C brow pencil in spikes. And what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to trace the bottom and the top. I'm going to trace around my brow. Everyone knows how to trace. You went to first or second grade, kindergarten, you know how to trace. So it's really easy. And I have a mirror down here. I'm just going to start from the inner part of the brow. And a very light stroke. Like I said, I'm just tracing it very lightly. Just tracing my brow, just tracing really what's already there. What God has already gave me. And that's the bottom. And as you can see, my brow is already beginning to take shape already. Just from me tracing the bottom of my brow. I'm also going to go to the top. And I'm going to trace the top. Very lightly. Barely touching the skin here. What I'm doing right now, I'm just giving my brow a shape. Alright, and I've done the top as well. Now what I'm going to start to do now, I'm going to actually start the filling in process. I'm just going to do really light strokes in the middle, starting from the middle of the brow, the middle section. Really light strokes. And I'm not going to fill in this part here because I have something else special for this part here. Just like I said, just filling it in lightly. And that's that. The next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to take a regular, just kind of like dark brown color. I'm using here my Naked palette by Urban Decay. It's actually one of my favorite palettes to use. Not just for eyeshadows, but for doing my brows as well. And the color that I'm going to use is called Hustle. It's right here. It's called Hustle. As you can see, it's like a kind of like a dark brown color here. It's not really that black. It's like a dark brown color. And I'm going to take a nice angle brush. This brush here I actually got from Sephora. It is a synthetic brush. I do prefer to use synthetic brushes when doing my brows because the brow is, the brush is it's really stiff. And it's not as, flimsy as a regular 100% hair brush would be. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that color, that hustle color. You can actually use any brown color that you want, or any color that your brow, whatever color your brow is, you can just use that color and put it on, put a little bit on the tip of your angle brush. And you can, dab the excess off a little bit. I'm going to trace over what I already did. I'm going to trace over it again. I really like my brows to be really defined, like really dramatic like. So to each his own. You can skip this step if you like, but this is just something that I like to do. Do the same thing at the top. That's that. Now for this part here, like I said, I did have something special for that part here. I'm going to gently just wipe off some of the excess off of the brush. Or you can tap it. It's up to you. And I'm going to take that same brush and just do light strokes. I'm just going to blend the regular, the excess eyeshadow that may be still on that brush. I'm just going to blend that into my brow with really, really quick strokes. It's like creating like a faded effect. Like going from like light to dark, creating that faded kind of effect. And that's it. That's it in a nutshell. You can clean them up a little bit. Make sure that they look identical. These look pretty identical to me. Next thing, you can also skip this step. It's up to you. I like to put concealer at the top and bottom of my brows to really define them. I'm just going to take a little bit of matte concealer. The color that I use NW30. And I'm going to take a nice tapered brush. This is my M.A.C 212 brush. See, it's like, it kind of has like a box, like a little bitty box kind of tapered effect, I guess you can say. And I'm going to take a little bit of my concealer and put it on that brush. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to trace. Go down, just pull down on that brow with that concealer. Kind of hard to do it looking in this camera, so I hope it's coming out good. Alright. You can bring that down a little bit. And you normally put eyeshadow on top of this part here. So, that's that. Take a little bit more. And I'm going to do the top. Same way. Just tracing. Just tracing. That's that. Those look pretty good. Okay. And I'm just going to, you can use a Q-tip. I use my finger just to smudge it out. And if you accidentally, wipe off a little bit of your brow, just take your angle brush again. And you can just go back over it again. Like, see the tail? I normally always do this by rushing. I normally always mess up the tail of my brow.